probabilities for a continuous random variable. Example. So in this example, question says, hey, find the probability that z is bounded between two numbers, negative 1.5 and 1.25. So first of all, what's the meaning of that? We are finding the probability. That your z-score is larger than negative 1.5 and less than 1.25. It means that your z is sandwiched between these two numbers. So what it says, z-score is larger than, more than, and z-score is less than 1.25. So let's take a look at our graph. When we are talking about the graph of a standard normal distribution, remember that z is standard normal distribution. So this is my z, and this is my bell-shaped graph. For z, mean is always 0. Mean is 0, standard deviation 1 unit. And then negative 1.5. Negative 1.5 is right here. And then 1.25. 1.25 is right here. We want to know if my z ranges between these two numbers, what would be this area? What is this probability? What is this area? Again, area below the graph for the probability. So this number is negative 1.5, and this number here, the upper limit is 1.25. We're going to use our calculator. Definitely, we're interested in using the calculator all the time when it comes to probability and do the computations. So calculator, click on second, vars, and find normal CDF. Normal CDF. Very good. Okay. So we want to know what is the lower limit, what is the upper limit, am I right? Lower limit, upper limit, and the mean and the standard deviation. These are the information, pieces of information that we need to derive from this information here. So the smaller number is negative 1.5. This guy is my lower limit. Take a look at your graph. From left to right, the smaller number is negative 1.5. Negative 1.5. So this is going to be your lower limit. Negative 1.5. The upper limit, z stops at 1.25. So this is going to be your upper limit, 1.25. What's the mean? Mean for standard normal distribution is always 0, and the standard deviation is always 1. So we're going to enter these values into our calculator. Again, remember that for a negative sign, use this little guy here, this negative in parentheses. Do not use the subtraction, otherwise it gives you an error. So minus 1.5, the upper limit is 1.25. And then mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. And if you double click, it gives you the area, this area, or another interpretation, the probability that z is bounded between negative 1.5 and 1.25 is 0.8275 or 82.75%. So this guy here is 0.8275 or 82.75%. So if your z is moving between negative 1.5 and 1.25, the area, if you take these little bars and add them all together, it's going to be 82.75% or 0.8275 of 100% or 1, the total probability.